But right now, all right, I want to talk about, these are two, actually, one of them came up and then it jogged my memory. There was another one. I haven't graded, most of them haven't turned in any yet, but the ones I graded, there was definitely some confusion. So we're going to take a few minutes and go through this. We do have other things to do today. So we're going to go through this. And if you have another question, you can ask it. I need you paying attention. Now, this is these are no calculator problems. Don't need a calculator. It says the cosecant is 1, which automatically means the sine is 1, right? 1 over 1. Now, I heard someone say that's impossible because that would mean opposite and hypotenuse have the same length, and we all know in a right triangle that can't be, right? However, there's another definition of sine. The other definition of sine is what? And if you don't know this, I do not feel sorry for you. No, y over r. Sine is y over r. So there is an angle out there somewhere where y and r are both 1. Well, look at your circle, folks, your unit circle. Look around the circle. Where is it that y is 1? Right there. So, if I found this problem out in the hallway, I would say my answer is pi over 2, 90 degrees, straight up. But not this time, because of that. What does that tell me? I have to go all the way around and then up to here. So it's 2.5 pi or 5 pi over 2. Only because of this. Okay? So, those of you that said sine can't be 1, stop it. What does the curve look like, kids? Isn't the sine 1 at the top of every hill? Yes. You can't draw a triangle for it. I agree with you 100%. But it exists on the circle. Y and R match. Right there. Okay? Now, this one I would rewrite as cosine equals negative root 3 over 2. And the first thing I'm going to do, all this stuff confuses me, so I'm just going to stop and I'm going to draw a picture. Where in my coordinate plane is the cosine negative? Dom's pointing this way, and he's right, because cosine is x, and x is negative over here. So potential answers, I'm not saying they're going to work, but potential answers are right there. Agreed? If the cosine is negative root 3 over 2, then the reference angle is 30, or pi over 6. And now I just have to figure out answers that lie in that interval. Okay? So between negative a whole pi and positive a whole pi. So my first gut feeling is right here. What would that angle be? Pi minus pi over 6, or 5 pi over 6, is 5/6 pi in that interval. Yes. Sure is. That one works. Now I need a negative one. So what about this guy? What would he be? Negative 5 pi over 6? Is that in this interval? There they are. Those are the answers to the question. Okay? So some of you are trying to do this too fast, I think. Some of you haven't memorized what you need to memorize. And some of you just need to think. All right. So let's do one more.
So Ones like those, like with two answers, we want a positive and a
No,
negative?
we want that because of this.
Okay.
With these directions, you wouldn't want any negatives. I could name this angle negatively. That's -3 pi over 2, but it doesn't fit. So I don't want that answer. I don't want any negative answers for this problem.
Yeah.
Here, I want some negatives and some positives,
Okay.
okay? So this kind of complicates it, but you just have to make sure that whatever you're coming up with fits in that interval.
So it couldn't be pi, that would be the x-axis, right?
Well, it
As
wouldn't be
opposed
for
to
this
angle.
anyway, but another answer would be this black one,
Uh-huh.
which would be pi plus pi over 6. So 7 pi over 6 is an answer to this question,
But not
but it
those
doesn't
guys.
fit.
Okay.
So I can't use it. There are infinitely many answers. All right, so who else had something that we needed to? Who else? From the homework, I turned some back, they've not been perfect. Corinne?
Just a,
Quiet. 4 point what?
oh wait, never mind, I'm sorry.
Dom?
4.6, number 5. Were you looking at the calculator on
4.6,
Oh.
number 5, yeah.
I did not.
That would be impossible.
So I would just graph the ones and last one.
3C, where it's like 2x minus 1. How are we gonna do that? Shifting in the period.
All right, so for 4.6, 3C, here are the two pieces to the problem, right? Can we find the period of those? So we actually, to graph it, we would pull this out, but find the period, we don't really need to. We just know that period's going to be 2 pi over 2, right?
Yep.
Which means the period is pi, which means it starts repeating every pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, and so on, right? Every pi, so it's pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, and so on. All right, this one, the period's gonna be 2 pi divided by 3. So that'll be 4/3, 6/3, or 4/3, 6/3, and so on. I see what you mean, Peter.
Because it has a phase shift.
Yeah, let's take
But
that
but
off.
my question was,
That's poorly designed.
I understood that it was a -1 phase shift, but like, how do you do a -1 phase shift? Because
Well,
it doesn't have pi in
It
it.
doesn't matter. 1 is a number just like pi is.
Okay.
So if you had pi over 3,
Mm-hmm.
that's 3.14 divided by 3.
Uh-huh.
So it's about 1. So this is just a little bit less than pi over 3.
Okay.
But when we, so wait, I want to finish this and then I'll address that question. So where do these overlap? It looks like they overlap at 2 pi.
So the shift shouldn't affect that.
No.
We don't need to take that
It's a
into account.
period thing. It's a period thing.
Okay.
Now, if I'm graphing, I've been graphing in radians, and since there's 2 pi radians in a revolution, my subdivisions have been fractions of pi, right? But remember, 2 pi is 6.28.
Yeah.
So you can think of them decimally. I don't know, this is 4.71. You can think of them decimally. You don't have to have pi's. Radian measures exist without pi's. It's just they most often have pi's because there are 2 pi of them in a revolution. okay? All right, let's get ready to take this quiz. Turn that homework in.
We need to get a
That
divider.
2AC, that 2AC that doesn't have someone or put up a divider.
That's your answer is this.
Oh, yeah.
I don't